you develop an app for a limited hardware configurable device, then if you get a good performance on that, it is bound to perform well on the higher version. Okay, so these are logical considerations that we should have. But the reason why I'm trying to reiterate all this is most of the time when we get into development, we tend to forget the basics of software engineering as to how do we go about developing apps. And the reason for that is we are in a hurry to get something done rather than making sure that in the long run what we want is a scalable architecture. Okay, so I think as engineers we should make sure that we think logically in every aspect that we develop. Okay, now what are how can you build apps on the Asha devices or the Series 40 platform? So there are a couple of options for you. If you are focused on writing HTML, JavaScript code, then there are what are called as web apps that you can develop. But if you want to develop native apps, then you can use Java. Now, how do you decide whether should I start with Java or should I start with HTML, JavaScript? So how do you decide? Here are some examples. So you can look at this. So Angry Birds WhatsApp is written in Java. Typically, most of games will need a native programming environment. Okay. So for example, games, multimedia. Okay. Productivity tools, like say for example, mail for exchange or whatever. They are something that can be developed in Java alone on Series 40. But if you are looking at more content-based apps, you have content on a content server. You only want to deliver content on the device. Like say for example, NDTV, reader, Times of India, news. Okay, news is a common example. The other is mostly social, right? You need Twitter feeds, you need Facebook feeds. You just want to keep updated yourself. Okay, you're only consuming content. Is when you look at web app.